follow-up inspections, how they can save your project. In this video, I'm going to cover how it's not just enough to set up the process properly, but we have to stay with it and verify that installs are going well as we go, and we need to be finishing as we go. So I'm going to talk to you about the game-changing magic of the follow-up inspection, when you might need it, and the agenda. So if you're into that, like really doing a great job on your project, then you are in the right place. So stay with us. Okay, so the follow-up inspection. Let me anchor you inside the overall trade partner preparation process. So number one, you had the buyout meeting where you identified the right scope and got to an executed contract. Then the pre-mobilization meeting where you asked for what you need. Those needs were for the pre-construction meeting where you onboard and orient the superintendent and the foreman for the trade partner. Then you do a first in place inspection to say, hey, are we headed in the right direction? Have we started this off properly, this effort off properly? The follow-up inspection is to make sure that we're continuing along that path and that we are verifying that work is going in right. So this step ensures that we're continuing along this path of excellence as a part of the trade partner preparation process. This is key because human beings most of the time know what they need to do. The key is to remind them. Everything in the human body, cells, brain, our psyche, our consciousness, is designed to conserve energy and keep us safe, right? So our mind will triage things, will filter noises, sounds, and external stimuli out. It will reduce the amount of, our psyche, our consciousness will reduce the amount of effort that we put into things. Everything from, and let's not get into the weeds of religion versus evolution. I'm talking about current evolutionary tendencies inside of our bodies, our cells and our brains tend towards keeping us safe and keeping us alive. And the way we do that is by staying focused, not being too distracted, conserving energy, calories, and not overextending ourselves. So it's fairly natural and normal for somebody to be doing a high level, amazing effort, and their autopilot, their cells, their brain, their habits, to start to whittle that down to the bare necessities. Oh my gosh, did anybody else think of Jungle Book just now? Anyway, so just down to the to the bare necessities. Anyway, so it's normal. And what we have to do, or what we get to do, is to say, maybe it's on a 6-week interval, maybe it's 4 weeks, whatever it is for that specific scope of work, we get to come in and verify, hey, are we following the key concepts or the most important things for this installation? Because it's, like I said, it's normal for people to reduce. The question is, have we reduced or eliminated crucial steps? If we have, let's bring them back. Or if we have reduced to crucial steps, is that still meeting the expectations? So the follow-up inspection is great. Typically, what you'll want to do is have a follow-up inspection on a time interval, but you might also want to do it specifically when something changes. Let's say you have weather, you've changed areas, maybe you have a new crew composition, new workers, a new foreman. You might want to just redo the pre-construction meeting and the initial inspection again, maybe, but you might also want to do a follow-up inspection. But anytime something changes, you'll want to consider checking in, right? So on an interval and when things change. All right, this is key. Now, I'll take you through the agenda, and then I'm going to close out with a habit that you can use throughout the project site to make sure that we're finishing as we go. So I will link you in the description below to the graphic for this that shows you the agenda, but I'll take you through it one step by step right now. All right, so who's in this meeting? The foreman, the workers, the superintendent, assistant super or area superintendent, and the field engineer or field focused project engineer, like I said. Anyone who's responsible for the day-to-day install on the project site needs to be at this meeting. The purpose of this meeting is to keep an eye on the work, make sure that we're continuing our quality excellence, and that we are continuing, and this is the most important part, oh my gosh, to support the crew in all of their efforts to install it right. It's absolutely crucial. So this is the agenda I typically like to follow. Like we always do, we review the owner's top 10, right? What are the things that the owner cares about? How does that affect the work? We review any company-specific requirements. If we have company-specific checklists or requirements, we review those. And then we go through, again, the checklist that we made at the pre-construction meeting or the visual quality board that we made, the installation instructions, to make sure that we're following it step by step. Similar to the first in place inspection, we will check the guide or the checklist, ask if everything is being done properly, get the workers and the foreman's input, praise all of the wonderful things that they are doing, and then ask for a plan moving forward for the things that we've decided together as a group that we want to do differently. Make sure that we are heavy on the praise and the appreciation. And when we leave, let's make sure that we're asking, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Because everybody, remember, it needs the knowledge, the motivation, and the circumstances to do their job. So this is not just a, hey, let me check on everybody. This is also a scenario where you get to go say, am I respecting people? Am I supporting the people on the team? Have I provided the crew with what they need? So these are the crucial components as a part of the agenda. As a part of this, I would review with the crew how they're working within their zones. Are they meeting their deadlines? Do they understand how the work package goes together? Are they using the right materials? And what improvements are they making? One of the best things I like to do is to take an opportunity to connect. Ask the foreman and the workers how their families are. How do they like the job site conditions? Is there anything that we can do better for them? How are they working as a crew? Ask them to teach you something, maybe even give them 2 minutes of lean training, right? Do something to connect. Let me paint a picture like I did in the last video, which, by the way, all of the other videos as a part of this process, we'll link in the description below. But one thing I mentioned in the last video that I'll mention again is the workers should feel after they're done with the meeting, oh my gosh, they care about us. They're providing a nice environment. And I really want to do a good job for them. And hopefully they also see the vision of why it's important. You know, they're not just building a building, they're building a children's hospital that matters, right? So this matters. Or they're not just building a laboratory, they're building a place that will do research for future innovations that will help humankind, right? Like help them understand the vision and find their why for why they want to do a good job. That is the purpose of this. And so you wound up that toy soldier in the analogy I gave you in the first in place inspection video, and you've set them off on the right track. Now you're going to check in and make sure they're still on the right track and they have what they need. Now, like I said, this is at an interval or when things change, but I also want to say that there's a daily habit. Just like when you like and subscribe to the channel, once you subscribe, you get these daily. You don't just want to watch one of these videos every now and then, right? You don't just want to do a follow-up inspection every now and then. You want check-ins daily. And that's what we call zone control or zone control walks. What that means is when you have handoffs throughout the project, the superintendent, area superintendent, assistant superintendent, or even a field engineer will go to the handoff locations where crews are working in zones and will check in with the foreman and say, hey, are we finished? Let's punch it out. Let's finish as we go. And let's make sure you're ready out ahead. So there is a daily habit, and those are called zone control walks. And the purpose is to finish and to prepare. Finish, prepare. In your follow-up inspections, which are more in-depth and documented, likely, you'll want to do the same thing. Are we finishing the work properly? So it's not just about quality. It's about quality and finishing the quality to 100%. And what do you need to prepare out ahead? The key is to work in one process flow. And I'll close with a concept called quality at the source. The meaning behind that is this: that everyone knows expectations, is committed to delivering expectations, and we do not pass defective work down to the client. We get a column out of skew, we tear it down. We have a metal panel that's out of alignment, we fix it right there. We have something that's not using the right materials, we get the right materials. Quality at the source means that the crew is enabled, sees, cares about, and actually executes quality at their level, and that they do not move on until it is finished. So to close this out, follow-up inspections, you're making sure you're finishing, preparing, daily zone control walks, finishing, preparing, because you want to do quality right from the start. And you must enable everyone to see quality because they know it, and to stop the crew and get it right because they are authorized. So this is a great concept. Follow-up inspections are a thing, and they don't cost you time, they save you time because you'll have less rework in the future. I will link you in the description below to the Canva graphics for the trade partner preparation process. Also, loop us in if you need help. We can come to your project site, train your team, help you out with this, and look for our book, Elevating Construction First Planners, coming out August 1st, 2024. It will explain all of this in detail. I hope you've enjoyed this video. On we go.